Dr. Stevens did everything right. $6,500 a month on Google Ads, 8 insurance networks, ranking number one for dentists near me. It's the busiest schedule he's ever had. And yet, when he sat down with his accountant last month, his take home pay had dropped by $28,000 from 2 years ago. More hours, more patients, more marketing spend, but taking home less money. If that sounds at all familiar, this episode is for you. Welcome to the Word of Mouth podcast. I'm Jeff from OpKey. If you're listening to this from the link in our newsletter, you already saw the numbers Ryan laid out this week, but I want to go deeper on what's actually happening here because this isn't just a bad couple of years. This is a structural problem that's been building for 15 years, and most dentists don't even realize they're playing a game that was rigged against them from the start. So let's talk about the two marketing myths that are quietly bleeding private practices dry. Myth number one: dominate Google search. Run the ads, win the keyword auction, rank for dentists near me. The promise is simple: visibility equals growth. Myth number two is accept more insurance networks. Sure, the reimbursement rates are lower, but you'll make it up in volume, right? Stay in network and you'll have steady patient flow. These two strategies have been gospel in dental marketing for over a decade. Spend more on Google, accept more insurance, grow the practice. And here's the thing, it's not that these strategies don't work, they work brilliantly, just not for private practices. These are the tactics that are perfect for corporate dental chains with national ad budgets, for implant factories optimizing around high-ticket elective procedures, for DSOs that can absorb insurance write-offs through sheer volume and operational efficiency. They work for transaction-based businesses where the relationship doesn't matter. But that's not what private practice general dentistry is. General dentistry is a relationship business. Your competitive advantage isn't scale. It isn't convenience. It's the stuff DSOs can never replicate. Multi-decade family relationship, trusted advisor positioning, personal continuity of care, and deep roots in your community. Every dollar you spend trying to out-Google a corporate chain is a dollar you're not spending on the advantages they literally cannot compete with. You're fighting their war on their turf with their weapons and then wondering why you're losing. Okay, so if Google isn't the answer, where do the patients actually come from? The marketing industry wants you to believe that search dominance is the engine of growth, but the data tells us a different story. 50 to 60% of new patients come from trusted referrals, word of mouth, existing patients telling friends and family. The channel that costs you basically nothing and delivers the highest quality, most loyal patients. Insurance directories bring in another 20 to 25%. These are medium quality. They're loyal to their plan, not necessarily to you. And Google search only accounts for 15 to 20% of new patients. And those patients are the most transactional, most price sensitive, and highest churn. So to recap, you're spending $3,000 to $7,000 a month to chase 15 to 20% of the lowest quality patients that are coming into your practice. Meanwhile, the channel that drives the majority of your growth, referrals, most practices have zero systems for it. No way to spend and increase that referral request protocol. There's no internal marketing strategy. Just do a good job and hope your patients tell their friends. That's not a strategy. That's just wishful thinking. And the patient acquisition channel we haven't talked about, insurance acceptance, is really a marketing expense. And that's something that almost no practices are thinking or talking about. I mean, think about it. Your standard fee is $250. Insurance reimburses $100. That $150 write-off, that's what you paid to have the insurance company send you that patient. Except it's actually worse than paying Google $150 per patient because the insurance company also dictates your pricing. It also trains patients to shop based on coverage instead of quality. And then the insurance company owns that relationship. The patients are tied to their plan, not you. Most practices track their Google ad spend religiously. $5,000 a month, $6,500 a month. They know that number, but their insurance marketing spend $40,000 a month or more in write-offs, and they don't even think about it. You're bleeding out from an expense that you're not even measuring. So, what do we actually do with this? The practices that are going to thrive through 2026 and beyond are the ones that stop looking at the DSO playbook. They stop treating Google visibility and insurance acceptance as their primary strategies. Instead, they start treating them as tactical tools, useful in specific situations, but dangerous as foundations. and they build real systems around what actually drives sustainable growth. Things like referral generation, not hoping patients refer, but systematically creating referrals, or patient experience optimization, turning satisfied patients into active advocates. These practices will also focus on community presence, becoming locally indispensable, not generically visible, and strategic network decisions, only accepting insurance that justifies the cost. The top 10% of practices have already figured this out. They stopped trying to beat corporate chains at their own game. They started competing where private practices are structurally unbeatable. Look, that $26,000 income drop we talked about at the beginning of the show, it's not slowing down. Initial numbers show that 2025 was even worse. The practices that shift strategy now in Q1 of 2026 are the ones that will be thriving in 2030. The ones that keep running the Google Plus insurance playbook are going to keep losing ground. Every month you wait is another month of premium cases walking into a competitor who figured this out before you did. If you want to see exactly where your patient acquisition budget is misallocated and where your highest leverage opportunities actually are, we'll do a free strategy analysis for your practice. There's no pitch, just clarity. Links in the description, or if you're reading the email, click the button at the end of it. That's it for this week. I'm Jeff. Thanks for listening to the Word of Mouth podcast. Subscribe below to get future podcast episodes.